and welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and we're starting off down the shop here on Oakbridge today because we didn't get rid of our T7 or our Tether last time. So we're gonna jump in this and get this sold fairly quickly. We've got a bit of a big job today. We've got all of that sugar beet to get cut and delivered, and hopefully we'll be able to keep a little bit of us for ourselves for the to get the cakes done. Let's turn this off first, right, and then we're gonna get this sold. So I'm hoping to get a good amount of money for these. As much as I love that New Holland, it's got 111 hours on it. So yeah, it's in need of it's time to pass it on. So we have I don't want to service it now. This is the mod I've got, the services that makes it cheaper to then do everything with it afterwards. Now we want to repair and repaint this, so 641 to repair it. So this should take us up to maybe 82,500. So let's see that. Yeah, just under 82,500. And then the repainting is 48,000. So we're looking to add 50,000 to the value of the tractor at least. So that would be 132,000 that we're aiming to get it up to. So let's replace it. 135,000. Perfect. So this is why I do those two things before I sell equipment all the time, because you can get a little bit more money out. It's not a huge amount, especially for the amount that we paid, but at least we get all that we've paid back. So let's sell the New Holland. Bye-bye, New Holland. You've been brilliant, and selling you for 135,000 is not bad at all. We're going to do the same with the Potinger. However, it's only £1 to repair it and 373 to repaint it. So we're going to get 5,247 for that. So that's perfect as well. There we go. Right. So with that done, we can get on with today's jobs. First thing to cover today is that we have our sugar beet harvest going. These have actually been going for a little bit and are full. So I'm gonna get these emptied. We'll start with the rear one with my front tractor here. This and like so. Yeah, there we go. Empty that out. Now this won't be able to go anywhere, and this will keep these going fairly well. I found last time that this was the better way of doing this, of just having the two traction trailers in convoy and running it. We were automating a lot of stuff when we did Sugarbeet last time, and it just ended up causing me so much headache. Right, so we're going to bring this across here, check that that is within reach, which it is. That will fill up this trailer, and then when this one's full, we'll pull this forwards, and hopefully, oh no, now this is where it begins to get a little bit more tricky, because I'm going to have to try and get the rear tractor into a position that can empty that harvester by controlling it from this front one. There we are. Right. And of course we're along the shorter section here. I think I would probably have been better off doing this with the by taking on the back harvester. We'll see. Keep it going. Yeah, it seems to be working for the most part. I managed to track it to the corner pretty much, but the harvester, of course, has a mind of its own and is deciding that it wants to turn the corner. No, in fact, it's empty, which is brilliant. So I'm going to try and get that tractor and trailer out of the way. There we go. We're all good. So to avoid that being such a pain next time, what I think we want to do is see if we can get into the options for this. And we should be able to go unload. Yeah, stop while unloading activated. There we are. That is perfect. And then if we do the same for this one as well, we want to stop while unloading. And with our second trailer unloaded, we will leave these here until we're ready to unload again. 15% transported. Absolutely perfect. Right. So my next job, I'm going to get the Case Puma out, our brand new Case Puma. This could do with a little bit of a repair, which is not huge. I'm not too worried about that. What I need to do is find my bale stacker. That is down at the other shed, actually. So we want to pop down there first. I do have something left over from my New Holland that needs to go on the front of this tractor, and that is the weight. And that is, yeah, very New Holland-y colours on the front of it. Doesn't look too bad on my case here, but yeah, it's very much, we've got that in the blue and yellows of New Holland and immediately sold the New Holland. So we need to clear the bales off of our field, off our grass field here. Get those all collected up out of the way, and then today what we can do is get the two we want to reconfigure this field here, get our greenhouse onto it, get a nice big greenhouse onto here producing some strawberries for us, and then rearrange the field so it can be used very easily by a hired worker. And then the other field, again, we need to clear it so that we can get that used by a hired worker as well. There's our stacking trailer. Let's grab this. Right, and we'll head down and get those bales collected. Before we collect those up, though, one of our beet harvesters is full. It's the back one, which is kind of what I expected after what we've just done. So we'll get this emptied at this point. We'll go and top up this trailer and start filling the other trailer, I think, with the other harvester. Both of them tend to get a bit full at kind of this point in the field anyway, so I'm not expecting the other harvester to get too far before it's full. Yeah, in fact, there we go. The other harvester immediately has gone, I've got a full grain tank as well. So we're going to empty that into the back trailer, and then we can go and tip it again. We are motoring through this. This is headland 3 on here. We're almost 20% through the field, which is great news. That's where I want to be with this. So pull the other tractor and trailer behind, get it into position a little bit further. There we are. That's a little bit at the back, but that's all right. As long as it can empty, we're okay. The true tell of how far we are through this contract is how much we've delivered, really, because the headlands do skew things. So with this, we are 18% of the way through the contract. Fantastic. It's not that massively skewed, actually. So a little bit of a respite. Let's get these bales collected up. The field is already regrowing the grass, but that's not something we want. We're looking to plow all of this up and get this field replanted with fresh field of straw today. We'll do that. I think we might, I don't know if I own that shed there, but I think it might be a good place to store the grass working equipment. We're storing it down at the cow yard at the moment, but to be honest, we're going to be mostly using it on this field, so might be a good idea to store it all in the shed down here, bring a tractor down here, skip between all of the pieces of equipment, and put it back in the shed. I think that would work pretty well for us. Don't think I let this field fully regrow, to be honest. We cut it in October. I think that might have been a month early because that is 11 bales off here. We had more bales off this field last time. So yeah, a little bit down on the yield. It's not too bad though. We already had 4 bales on the other from our first cut, so that's good. And I'm hoping we have at least 3 hay bales in the field immediately adjacent to the cows. If we come into here like so, and bring this through, then oh yeah, oh wow, how many bales do I have on here? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Wow, that is actually a lot of bales off here. This field must have fully regrown then, because yeah, that's almost as many bales off this tiny field here as we got off the main field. So that is a surprising amount. I'm gonna place the bales for now in the silage clamp here, and then we'll come over here in a bit and move everything about. The stacks are fairly high, and I'd like to put these bales into the shed, and I'd like to put the silage bales, sort of stack them a little bit better. So we're gonna move things around here a little bit. I think we're all right. I'm gonna move that forwards because I think I'm a little bit close. But yeah, temporarily while we get these cleared out, that is a good place to put this. So we'll put this into there and drop them. And we'll take this back up to the main farm because we do use this for stacking straw bales as well. So I think we need to keep that in mind. And all the other stuff, though, I don't see why that lot can't be stored down by the actual field that we're going to mostly be using it all on. So with the fields cleared of bales, we can now get our very large quad track in with what looks at the moment like a very small plow. But if we fold this plow out, yeah, there we go. Right, we need to allow create fields. So turn that on, and then we'll put that up again. Bring this up into here, and yeah. Now this should mulch as well. I think I've got the mulching extra on this. If not, I'm not too worried. But yeah, that is mulching just ahead of the ploughing, which is fantastic. So we'll get this all marked out around the edge. I'm roughly gonna follow where I cut, where I did the mowing around here, and then once we got that done, we can get it reseeded with grass, and hopefully we're not going to end up with any really big stones on here. On the other hand, I have noticed that it looks like my harvesters have gone a little bit off track. So this is the second harvester, which is fine. First harvester here seems to be completely off course. Don't know where that's going. Seems to be that it wants to get into this row here. Yeah, So we'll bring this round here like so. Bring this up. And then I'm going to go nearest waypoint. Excellent. And then this one here, it doesn't seem to want to do that end bit. So I'm going to stop that there, get it out the way. Because it's that, again, looks like it's gone slightly off where it should be. I'm going to turn on all of these. Yeah, we've got this last little turnaround bit here. Yeah, last little turnaround bit here. So we set that off on that. I bring this into here and go there. We'll see where that's gone. Yeah, that's just doing that little bit. And then hopefully we'll all be good. Gone around the field once now, and that will give us or define our borders for our grass field. Not gone right up to the edge the whole way round, giving us a little bit of space just to work with, a little bit of turning round space. But what I can do now is we'll just come in and we'll fill in, or we'll remove the rest of the grass on this field, and we'll be ready then to get this field planted, ready to properly work next year. The last couple of rows on here, then we'll have this field all ploughed. The beauty of this is now we have a field defined here, so I should be able to just get our seeder out and get it on this field and set this tractor off seeding, which is brilliant. Means we'll be able to go and manage the sugar beet harvest, which has gone over a third of the way through. We've still got quite a lot to go on there, and as you can see, both our harvesters need emptying. So once we have got this last strip done, I'm going to go and empty that again, and then I'll get this set up with the seeder on here, and we'll get the grass reseeded and give ourselves another great grass, or a great grass field that we should be able to then feed our cows from easily going forwards. The other thing I'm considering actually is our meadow field, the one we've got over the other side. I think that could almost be made into another yard stroke animal paddock. What animal I should put in there, I'm not 100% sure yet. I like the idea of more cows, but also an animal that would give us milk would be goats, and I wonder if we can do those instead. I'm gonna have to get this down this bottom entrance over here. There's not a lot of space elsewhere. We have got a double gate into the field down the bottom bit here, which should be easier to get through. This is where I'm gonna actually store the grass stuff, especially if we're gonna turn our other meadow into an animal field, or well, we're definitely going to put a couple of the greenhouses down there. Need to kind of just get myself further over to this wall here. There we go. And yeah, we're probably going to put a greenhouse or two down there, and also get as I said, goats I think would be a good choice. Right, let's set this off here. Has this got it? Yeah, that's seems to be doing all right. Let's see what it looks like. No field detected for preview, but does seem to be, yeah, it does seem to be doing something. So my hope is that it will actually plant this field, and we'll see where it goes. Doesn't seem to be having a massive problem, thankfully. So we'll leave it going, and we'll see what it does. And a little way in, and this seems to be doing absolutely fine on here. So the next thing I want to do is get this tractor here, which is not connected up to that. And we want the rollers so that we can get this field then rolled in as soon as the quad track is finished. And yeah, that will then have that field ready. We've got a whole load of fertilizer in that. I don't know actually if we will need to fertilize field 38. I think it's probably all right as it is. Fertilized. Yeah, so we're gonna be, oh no, we are fertilizing it. So yeah, it is gonna need some fertilizing. Weeds, we've got no problems. None of it needs plowing, or it could do with the spread of lime, and we might have to do that early on. Although I don't think lime particularly affects grass, so not too worried about that. But yeah, we want to get it rolled in before the end of the day. So I'm going to get this down the bottom ready for when the quad track is finished. This field hasn't really used too many seeds to get it replanted with grass. It's all gone down fairly well. And yeah, just this little corner to do up here. Oh, there's a little bit of a corner there where the hired worker had a problem, which is why I've taken over. But all in all, it's done pretty well on here. So I'm very, very pleased. We will just get this rolled in. We're over 50% on the beet, but I think we'll probably get that finished off camera, so not to keep that hanging around too long. But I'm pleased with our progress on that, even though it's taken a while to get it done. One small spot down by this corner, and that will finish things off for us here. There we go, all done. Let's turn that off, fold that up, and then I'm just going to bring the roller onto the field here, get it away from that and set that going. So hopefully that won't have too much trouble on this field. I'm going to get the quad track back up to the farm though and get that out of the way. There is one other thing that I want to do today that I've been talking about doing for a while, and there's a mod that's come out actually today as I'm recording this that I think fits perfectly. And bringing our roller up to this corner, we have got the grass all rolled in. Very pleased to have this field sorted before winter. That means that we're in a really good position. I think we have one more thing to do before winter, and that is to properly get ourselves set up with the greenhouses and everything. We need to finish, or I need to get the Sugarbeet contract finished off, so we'll finish that off, and that should all be set before next time, and we will try and cancel the other one. Yeah, we might need, I need to get some Sugarbeet into our windmill, so hopefully we'll get that done overnight, and maybe have a little bit left over to keep doing stuff with. But for now, I think we'll leave it here for today. We've got this field all planted with grass, and we'll be able to get a nice cut of it in the new year. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Huge thank you as well to all of my patrons and channel members. These videos are only made possible thanks to your support. If you want more from Virtual Farmer, please check out the videos on screen now, or subscribe for more. And I will see you next time.